Well, Wimmy, now Paris lock. Paris, the biggest day in your footballing career. You're signing your first professional deal with AFC Wimbledon. Just tell us about your emotions right now.
Well, don't really feel like hasn't really quite sunk in yet for me really. I think it's something I've been working to since I was young, obviously. Playing football since I was around 5, 6 years old, coming up to now. It was only a dream up until now, so I just think it's something that I really need to kind of take in and just kind of soak. And it'll make me feel like, wow, I've actually achieved something.
Just what's it taken to get to this stage, though?
To get to this stage, it's taken a lot, I'll be real. So like, there's lots of things I've had to sacrifice, such as like in school, not meeting people, not meeting friends, having to kind of push that aside and put football first as it's something I want to do when I grow up. It's a job path I want as like to kind of progress myself, see myself where all these big players are. It's something I really had to kind of put first. So I haven't had my prom, I've never been to a party, like everything. I just had to put football first, put it in front, because I know in the long run it'll just benefit me more.
There's a lot of sacrifices indeed. But what do the management have said that they want from you now? Obviously, you've got to this stage, but you've obviously got to kick on now.
Yeah, I've got to kick on. I think for me, it's something like I've only hit stage 1. I think this is stage 1 for me. And I think to get to the next stage, as I've been told, I need to be someone who's not afraid to take risks, someone who benefits the team going forward as an attacker, and someone that's like powerful, strong, and like makes the right decisions as well. So not always losing the ball, making the right decisions on the ball. So it's this pass completion, decision making. It all adds into kind of one topic, factor.
We've seen it in past seasons as well with the new academy intake that's come into the first team, where they've gone out on loan to gain further experience.
Yeah.
Could that figure in the plan for you coming ahead?
Well, yeah, there is a plan for me going on loan. I think hopefully I can stay here, kind of show everyone that I am a player that can benefit this club. But yeah, there is a plan for me to go on loan.
And we've seen as well, of course, last season you got the tail end of it, of being part of Chatham Town's promotion-winning squad as well. Just tell us a little bit about that experience and how that's put you in good stead.
I love Chatham really. Chatham, very good club, very positive energy, and I just feel like they developed me as in making me a man. So I feel like going in there, I was a young kid, didn't really know what men's football was about, never been around them kind of manly environment, and then going in there, they just kind of made me grow up. So I'm not playing every week. There may be games where I have to just sit on the bench and watch. But I know that in the future, that's something I may have to do. So I think kind of having the balance of between knowing I'm a good player and kind of, it's hard to explain, kind of biding my time and just keep pushing, keep kind of working hard to be that player on the pitch, starting every week. I think Chatham really helped me with that.
It's good to hear. For those who perhaps don't know, though, who didn't make it down to the FA Youth Cup games, tell us a little bit about your game, your strong points of your game, you think?
I think with my game, I'm a very technical player. I'm very, let's say, flary, very tricky, very kind of technical. That's my game. So I feel like beating a man 1v1, kind of exciting people, being that player that gets past and puts a cross in or shoots, I think that's my game.
How much does it mean to have the family down here with you today, signing your contract on this big day?
Oh, yeah, I love them. My family, do you know what I mean? They've been with me since day one. Obviously, my dad and my mum. Dad's helped me with football since young. Him being a coach, I loved it. My mum helped me making sacrifices. So, for example, like she don't work no more just to get me down to football, just to help me with my career. So I really love my family for that. They made a lot of sacrifices. And also my agent Troy, he's been very honest with me, very open, telling me where I need to be better. He's not sugarcoating things. I just think I really appreciate them for kind of being real with me, being like someone I can go to and get an honest, opinion.
That really is quite a sacrifice from your mum, but there's one aspect I really wanted to talk to you about as well. Is you've touched upon it about your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad's Chris Locke. He's with Charlton Athletic. He's just got promoted into a new job as well there. How does that dynamic work between father and son and player and coach?
I think it's love and hate really. So it's like when it comes to football, I'm like, I can go to him for anything. Like I can go to him for where I need to improve, what I can do, sessions. Do you know what I mean? And then it's a thing where I'm just like, he knows football. So like when I do something wrong, he'll tell me when I've done something wrong. So it's kind of like, there's no excuses with me. Like there's no excuses. I have nothing. I can really do to kind of get myself out of situations. Either I've done something wrong or I've done something right. But I appreciate that.
Does he sort of kind of let you want to be your own man though, in terms
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
own career?
Of course, like he says, he gives me advice, but with him, he's like, it's your career, it's your pathway. So I'm not going to butt in with that. It's just, I'm here to help.
What about in terms of here coming up through the academy? Which coaches have really helped you to get to this stage?
Oh, there's a lot of coaches. I remember one of my first coaches was Rob and Craig. But then I think the main coach that helped me was James Oliver Pierce.
Yeah.
I think James really helped me. Like, he developed me into not just being an attacker, but also a defender when not having the ball, and kind of being efficient on the ball as well. Because I think when I was younger, I tried to be that little skills and beat my man. He just taught me like efficiency isn't a bad thing. So just getting past him, using my speed, getting crosses in, getting shots off, that's just as important as being tricky.
So of course with Rob Tuvey as well, you mentioned there, what's it feel like linking up with him again now at first team level?
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. I love Rob. Rob, he's helped me in many ways with advice. He's taught me like kind of the hard side of football as well. Gave me honest truths at times which I needed, and I think it's really pushed my character and my mentality to be that resilient player that always bounces back from challenges and always tries to kind of push through it.
So of course as well, I mean, you've come in from the academy, but the management are also making new signings, have been very proactive in the market already this summer. How much are you looking forward to meeting them, but also learning from the experience that we've already got in this dressing room?
I think kind of getting in that environment, which is new to me because I've never really been in it, is kind of exciting for me because I feel like there's lots of people I can learn from. So players that have been in the game 20 plus years, 10 plus years, I'm like, well, how have you done it? Or what have you done to kind of stay where you are? Because that's what I want to ultimately do. Do you know what I mean? So I think just kind of learning from them, seeing how what they're like mentally, seeing what they inputted within their daily routine to keep them playing so long is something I really want to learn.
We got this far in this interview as well without actually mentioning what perhaps quite a few of the fans will already know you from. That night against Burnley here in the FA Youth Cup, your goal, knocking them out. I think you were sort of, as you're saying, just coming to the team from the under-16s at that stage. So
Yeah.
how many nights do you want like that again now, but in full stadium? So does that really sort of motivate you on to push on now?
Hundreds. I think when I hit that milestone of I've played hundreds of nights in front of fans and hopefully in front of Wimbledon fans, I think when I've hit that milestone is where I really think I'm a professional. Like, I've done it. That's when I think I've really done something in the game, is when I get hundreds of nights where I'm playing, showing what I can do to the fans. Yeah.
So that really does stick with you, the memory of that night against Burnley. Yes.
Yeah, because although like the stadium was empty because of COVID, I'm just imagining to myself, imagine there wasn't COVID. Imagine people are down and I've really done it. So it really pushes me to kind of do it in front of people, do it in front of a full stadium and just get that feeling.
Paris,
there's no better feeling.
many congratulations.
Thank you.
You've signed your first professional deal with AFC Wimbledon. Look forward to seeing much more from you.
Cheers.